Have you ever imagined visiting an island covered with hundreds of old dolls hanging from trees with broken faces and empty eyes that seem to stare directly at you? Welcome to Blow the Mind, the channel where we explore incredible facts, unexplained mysteries, strange places, and dark stories hidden around the world. Today, we're traveling to Mexico, to a small island hidden among the canals of Xochimilco, Mexico City. It is known as the Island of the Dolls, or Isla de las Muñecas. The island is covered with old dolls hanging from trees. Some are missing their eyes, others have damaged faces, while some have lost their heads or limbs entirely. When the wind moves through the trees, the dolls sway back and forth, creating an atmosphere that looks like something straight out of a horror movie. But why are all these dolls there? The story begins with a man named Don Julián Santana, who reportedly lived alone on a small island in the Xochimilco canals. According to local legend, Julián discovered the body of a young girl who had died in one of the canals. He reportedly believed that he had failed to save her. Not long afterward, Julián found a doll floating in the water. Believing it was somehow connected to the girl, he took the doll and hung it from a tree to honor her memory. But one doll was not enough. Julián eventually believed that the girl's spirit was still present on the island and wanted more dolls. He began collecting them from different places. Some were found in the canals, while others were given to him or traded for various objects. Years passed, and the number of dolls continued to grow. What started with one doll eventually became hundreds, until the entire island was filled with them. Then the story became even stranger. According to legend, Julián claimed that some dolls moved on their own. Some supposedly changed the position of their heads, while others appeared to move their eyes. There were even stories that certain dolls whispered or made strange sounds. Julián reportedly spoke to the dolls as though they were living people and continued hanging new dolls around the island for decades. The island slowly transformed from a place of remembrance into something much darker, becoming a symbol of grief, fear, loneliness, and an unsolved tragedy. But one detail made the legend even more disturbing. In 2001, Don Julián Santana died. According to reports, he was found in the same canal where the young girl was supposedly discovered years earlier. For some people, this became evidence that the girl's spirit had finally returned for Julián. However, there is no reliable evidence proving that his death had anything to do with the supernatural. Even the story of the girl has several versions. There is no strong historical evidence confirming exactly who she was or how she died. Much of the story comes from local accounts, personal testimony, and legends that developed over time. And that is what makes the Island of the Dolls so fascinating. Did Julián really experience something supernatural? Or did grief, guilt, and loneliness lead him to create a ritual around someone he believed he could not save? Nobody knows for certain. Today, the Island of the Dolls has become one of the most famous attractions in Xochimilco. Visitors travel by traditional boats through the canals to see thousands of dolls hanging among the trees. During the day, the island is already unsettling. But when sunlight disappears and shadows grow longer, the atmosphere becomes even darker. Visitors have claimed to see dolls move, feel as though they were being watched, or hear strange sounds coming from the trees. Yet there is still no scientific evidence proving that the dolls move on their own or are inhabited by spirits. Wind, environmental conditions, suggestion, and the disturbing atmosphere could explain many of these experiences. Because when you're surrounded by thousands of damaged dolls with empty eyes, even an ordinary sound can suddenly feel terrifying. Perhaps that is the real mystery of the Island of the Dolls. It's not simply whether the dolls are alive, but how tragedy, grief, loneliness, and legend transformed a small island into one of the most unsettling places in the world. Today, thousands of dolls still hang from the trees. Some have been destroyed by time, while others have lost their limbs and are barely recognizable. But they all remain part of the story of Julián Santana and the mysterious girl who supposedly changed his life forever. So, if you ever visit Xochimilco and discover a small island covered with old dolls, you might find yourself asking, are they really just dolls? Or is something still watching you from behind their empty eyes? If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Blow D Mind, and turn on the notification bell for more mysterious places, unexplained events, and terrifying stories from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.